So y'all, we gotta talk about some things, bro. The past year, I've been recording the whole journey of just everything being installed on the car, right? I think I only finished 2 videos max. Like, max. Out of everything I've installed, even little things like, don't mind the McDonald's bag, my guy. You know what I'm saying? But even down to the shift knob, it was just problems. This shift knob, the custom shift knob I got from New Zealand, bruh, that broke the next day. I kid you not. I was in 3rd, right? I was in 3rd and I shift down to 4th. Yo, the shift knob, the foreskin just completely ripped off. Like, bruh, it blew me. Now, another problem I've been encountering was the exhaust. I scraped the exhaust off, completely off, bruh. So I never ended up making a video about some of these things because I always had problems down the road with some of these things. Let's start from the beginning, bro. So far, I'm recording my videos for YouTube, right? It's running smooth. Bro, there's a reason why I didn't edit the video for the exhaust. If y'all want to see that video, I have a TikTok. Y'all, I'm going to just put it up somewhere over here, bro. But there's a video of me installing the exhaust through TikTok. I was doing it for YouTube as well, but the angles was just bad, bro. I don't even know how to explain this, bro, but I ended up scraping that entire exhaust off. I just scraped it off clean. Everything from the axle back was just gone. Like, it was just like scraping. And if y'all don't know, the mid pipe for the GR86 is normally one pipe, right? And there's one exhaust hanger holding that whole pipe up. Why did they think it was a good idea to split the mid pipe into 2 sections and only be held up by one hanger? So you telling me if the pipe disconnects, bruh, one of them's gonna be hanging. Really, both of them's gonna be hanging, but the other one's gonna be it's gonna be held up a little bit by the hanger. You know what I'm saying? The other one's just gonna be scraping on the ground. That's exactly what happened. The clamp is right there, and I ended up bottoming out. I scraped the car, and the clamp just completely, the pipe just separated. So the pipe ended up separating. The exhaust was scraping on the ground. Boom. I ended up trying to fix it. I even bought a little tool from Harbor Freight, a little pipe expander, expanding that pipe up because the pipe was hitting the Dougie at that point. So the pipe was like this. When the pipe supposed to be, you know what I'm saying, a nice little circle, the pipe was hitting this. You know what I'm saying? So I ended up having to open that pipe back up. Boom. Fix the exhaust again. Scraped it off again. So now, at this point, I have to get another exhaust. It's just no fixing it, bro. Another issue I've been coming across, bro, that I never made a video about was my bags. When I installed the bags on the car, it went smooth. But one thing that I didn't do, because it was such a long day, my mind wasn't operating right. I never installed the end link back properly. For some reason, every time I kept airing up and getting out the driveway, because I'm parked backwards, all right? I'm parked backwards. So, you know, the driveways always have like a little dip when you get out, right? Every time I kept hitting that dip, I kept hearing something clinging. I'm like, what is that? I ended up jacking up the car. The end link was never on the car. It was connected on the passenger side. It was never connected on the driver's side. So every time I exit out the driveway, bro, I kept hearing a little clinging sound. I'm like, what is that sound, bro? Something sound broken. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I never ended up connecting it. So I jacked up the car and connected it back. Now we about to talk about the bags problem. So one day I got stranded at work, y'all. For some reason, the fuse to the bags kept blowing. It kept blowing, and I was confused why I could not air up my car. Now, mind you, I cannot drive while the car is aired out. It's sitting on the tires. I can't drive. You know what I'm saying? So I'm stuck at work. It's 1 a.m. and I'm trying to jack up. I'm trying every which way possible to jack up the car so I can take the wheel off and figure something out, make something work so I can at least get home. You know what I'm saying? I ended up not finding out the solution. So I ended up trying to drive home. I ended up destroying my fender liner. I ended up destroying my wheels or the tires. I ended up destroying that. Come to find out, the reason I couldn't air up was a little thing on my compressor called a check valve. That went bad. And now I have two compressors, y'all. For some reason, my stupid behind wasn't thinking, maybe what if I just switched over to the other compressor so the whole system can kick on? Why didn't I think of that? I don't know. But I ended up destroying all that stuff in the process of me trying to figure out what I'm supposed to be doing the right way. After that was an issue, I ended up going throughout my day. I'm chilling, right? Y'all remember I said I tried to drive, ended up destroying my fender liner and my tires and stuff, right? I had like 2,000 to my name, right? I had like 2,000. I'm like, bro, I need some new wheels. These wheels that's on the car right now was not supposed to be the wheels that's supposed to be on the car. The actual wheels I was gonna get is called the GMR Evokes, and it was gonna be a triple chrome, gold hardware. It was gonna be perfect, bro. It was gonna be a nice custom setup for this car, bro. It was gonna be perfect, bro. But I ended up getting these wheels instead because I needed something right then and there. So I ended up dropping about 2,000 on these wheels and tires, and it came back that like 2 of the wheels had scratches and chips in it. I'll put up pictures and stuff all throughout this whole thing, bro. So the wheels ended up coming back chipped. I was blowed. I was tight, bro. I slapped the wheels on the car. It was looking perfect. These are good wheels for this car. Now the next problem, I installed camber bolts on the car. The passenger side has perfect camber. It was perfect. Those camber bolts, perfect. But for some reason, the driver's side didn't have nothing. It was just like as if I just installed a regular bolt onto the car. So what I tried to do was fix the camber, and that was the worst thing I possibly could have did because it was a very expensive fix. When you're installing these bolts on the car, right, there's 2 bolts that's holding on to the whole, I guess, strut and brake assembly, I guess. One bolt stays, the original bolt stays. The second bolt on the bottom is what you change to the camber bolt. What I did was, instead of putting the bolt through the holes like it was supposed to, I pushed back on the rotor so it would kind of like, I guess, give me more negative camber, and then I put the bolt through, and the camber was OD. I was running like -4 in the front. I'm not even gonna lie to you. And I was like, this is a little sketchy. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It was a little sketchy. But I was running late and I had to go somewhere. So I slapped everything back together. Boom, get out the driveway. I'm like, ooh, this camber looking crazy. I get out the neighborhood, and mind y'all, my neighborhood, when you leave out, there's no sidewalk. There's nowhere you can just pull over to the side. Bruh, I ended up blowing my bag, bruh. I ended up popping my bag right there in the middle, like not even in my neighborhood, but outside my neighborhood. That long street outside my neighborhood, bruh. That road has no sidewalk, bro. It is straight road, grass, ditch. And it's a fat ditch too. Yo, and then trees on the other side. So, bro, I'm blowed. I'm like, yo, how am I gonna get this car back, like do a full 360, turn around, you know what I'm saying? How am I supposed to bust a U-turn real quick, turn around, get back in the neighborhood, and go back up into my driveway with a blown bag? And I told y'all, like I said before, bro, when I'm aired out, I cannot drive because it's sitting on the tire. So I'm getting flashbacks from when my bags wouldn't air up. I'm like, bro, I'm about to destroy these tires too and this wheel. It's over with. Cali Rock had a genius idea. So I was letting the air fill up in my tank. So I was just sitting there putting air in that hole, in that bag, and it would give me just enough leverage so I can drive like at least a couple feet. So I kept doing that. It took me like 30 minutes. I kid you not. It took me like 30 minutes to get all the way to my house, bro. I ended up making it back home. The car was in the driveway. That's all I cared about, bro. Boom skis. I get the new bag. I install the bag onto the car. Boom. Everything is straight. I'm like, okay, cool. At this point, I just fixed my bags and I had another install in mind. Let me install strobes on the car. Let me install some strobes on the car, bro. I got the strobes for the car, installed everything. Everything was smooth. And for some reason, my stupid behind when I was installing these strobes, bro, I connected the positive to the battery and the negative to the battery. There was no fuse. There was no nothing. There was no fuse tap. Nothing, bro. Why didn't I think the fuse tap it? Why did I connected it straight to the battery? So I'll say a week later after I installed the strobes, my battery is completely dead. I could not, yo, I was about to lose it. I was like, bro, I gotta go to work. My battery's dead. I might just call out, bro. I might throw this whole car away. I would say like a week later, I ended up getting the things I needed to fuse tap the strobes to the fuse, right? It was cool, but for some reason, the fuse kept blowing. And I was confused. I was like, what's going on? Why does the fuse keep blowing? So I was thinking maybe it was a short somewhere. So I looked through the wires all the way throughout the entire car. That's why I still have these wires out to this day. These wires are still out. What happened was, along this wire, something kept catching on fire around here. All right, it was somewhere. This goes all the way up to the battery over there, but somewhere along these lines, bro, something kept catching on fire. So I was confused what it was, bro. And I was like, you know what? Instead of fuse tapping, I'm about to connect it to the battery to see why it's catching on fire. This day almost blew me and the car up. That is the worst decision I have ever did in my life. Bro, when those fuses kept blowing, I should have just listened, bro. I should have just listened, but I didn't. I just kept doing what I do, bro. I just kept thinking this was the right way to do it. So I connected it to the battery, and I kid you not, the wires burst into flames, bro, as soon as I turned it on. And mind y'all, I connected a custom switch to the car. As y'all can see, I cut it off because it caught on fire. Now, this is how it's supposed to go. I was supposed to cut this and have this kind of like this. And it was supposed to go all the way up to this custom battery. What is this switch? It was supposed to go all the way up to this switch. And I was supposed to be able to control the modes and all that stuff with just this switch, right? And this ended up catching on fire along the process. And it was tucked underneath here with the carpet. The carpet could have caught on fire and it could have burst into flames and my car would have been done. The house would have been done. I could have been done. It would have been over with for me, bro. So I'm glad I caught it. God, can it sit straight? So I ended up replacing that entire wire harness, the whole thing. And I just left this custom switch just out. I was like, I'm not even about to mess with this, bro, because I feel like it's going to do the same thing again. I'm scared. So, I ended up fixing it, and it works now. It works now. Everything works properly. But I'm scared to tuck it away, and it just somehow goes back to the old days where it kept catching on fire and stuff like that. So, that is the first and last time I think I would deal with strobes. I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. And there was another problem I just encountered, bro. So after the strobes, I was like, okay, cool. Let me just take a break from cars. Like, let me just stop installing things, bro. Every time I install something broke or something just completely malfunctioned, not like the way it wasn't supposed to go. So I stopped. And I kid you not, a week later, bro, this kept happening week after week after week. A week later, somebody tried to break into my car. They didn't even try to break into my car. Somebody tried to steal the wheels off of my car. Now, mind you, it was 2 weeks later. I just got the wheels 2 weeks ago. Who's trying to take them? So they ended up trying to take the wheels. And they ended up they never tightened back down the lug nuts. They just took off the lug nut, like loosened it and never tightened it back down. So I didn't notice, but I was driving with loose lug nuts. Yo, I just can't do it, bro. I can't do it. So I ended up damaging the wheel studs, had to replace it. And the next thing, bro, I kid you not, a week later after I fixed that situation, it starts raining. And it was a bad storm. It was a really bad storm. I think it was a hurricane that day, bro. Now, mind you, it was like November, the middle of November, right? It started raining one day, and it was just a really bad storm. Why did my car flood. The interior of my car flooded. But it didn't just flood everywhere. It didn't just flood the seats. It only flooded on the passenger floor. I'm gonna put up a video or some pictures or something somewhere on this screen, bro, and y'all gonna see, bro. But my car ended up flooding, bro. It ended up flooding, and I'm trying to sit here and figure out why is my car flooding. I don't know why my car is flooding. I don't know why, because I installed the bags. I was thinking maybe it was the bags. People kept saying, check the headliner. Is it wet? Nothing was wet. Bro, not even the seats were wet. Nothing was wet except for the floor. So people was like, check your little AC vacuum line. So it was a little AC line back by the firewall, like way tucked up underneath. And they said, check that, blow on it, make sure, you know what I'm saying, there's no debris or anything like that. There was nothing. But for some reason, the passenger side, only the passenger side kept flooding, bro. This is one other person that I follow on Instagram. He said happened to the same thing happened to him. And not a single dealership knows why. And I'm over here looking on Reddit. I'm looking on all the little, I'm looking everywhere. I'm trying to like, bro, why is the car flooding? And I could not figure out an answer. I still don't know an answer. So if anybody knows why it's doing that, bro, let me know, bro. Because I figured I tried everything. If anybody knows why it's doing that, just please let me know. And that's not the end of the problems, because we got one more problem that we just encountered the other day. So the place I live at has a bunch of potholes. There's a bunch of them. And I've been dodging and weaving, right? I'll say like 2 or 3 days ago, I ended up coming across a situation where I was throwing something away in a gas station. But for some reason, this gas station was designed so bad. Why is this designed? This gas station only had one entrance and one exit, bro. Why? I don't know. Every other gas station has like multiple entrances or multiple exits. You know what I'm saying? But this particular one only had one entrance, one exit. And right at the entrance and exit, I'm gonna put up a video too. Bruh, it was a fat behind pothole that was, you couldn't even avoid it, bruh. It was just there. And I ended up hitting that pothole and I chipped up my wheels, bruh. Only one, right? Just one. Not even all of them, just one, bro. Now at this point, I got blowed because I'm like, bruh, I took a break from upgrading. It's just doing things to my car because I want just life to do what life do. I just know something is bound to happen, bro. Something is always gonna happen with this car. I just got bad luck with it. I don't know, bro. I don't know what to do. But March 1st is coming up. That's all I gotta say. March 1st is gonna be my 1-year anniversary with this car, and V2 is coming up. I got a lot of things planned for V2 for this car, bro. That is all the problems that I have encountered with the car so far within this past year. It is a long list, bro. It is a long list, and I've been meaning to tell y'all for the longest. This is why there's only like maybe 3 install videos. From now going on forward, we are going to actually end the video the proper way. We're going to start from start to finish. We're not about to start and not finish. You know, pause. Mega pause, bro. But anyway, without further ado, we just about to come at 2024 harder than ever. 2023 was kind of like a learning year. It was a year for me to learn. This year, we about to come harder, bro. Simple. Without further ado, if you ain't send this to your newborn, send it to her. You know what I'm saying? Or him. Or, you know what I'm saying? Send it to your newborn. I know they want to watch my videos, bro. I know these newborns is ready to watch my videos, bro. And it's going to be kind of family friendly. Maybe. But without further ado, that's all I got to share with y'all. I just need some help and I need some peace of mind. I need some advice. So without further ado, I'll catch y'all in the next video. Simple.